In many traditional African setups, women are still perceived as inferior, and their major role is to give birth, take care of children and manage house chores, since they're not allowed to own property. Such has been the tale of many Pokot women in Tiaty in Baringo County who depend on men to fend for them. But 39-year-old Geraldine Waruguru, who is working as a Kenya Airways pilot, is changing the narrative for women who have been financially oppressed. Geraldine started by empowering Kariokor women in the slums of Nairobi and has now chosen to fly from the skies to a remote village in Tiaty to empower women financially by supporting and encouraging their traditional beading artwork. She graces our weekly segment on women and power.
I have been blessed to have parents, a father who was willing and was more than happy. He financially enabled me to train and become the pilot and the airline pilot and the woman that I am today. And I'm putting myself in the situation of these women, even my own culture back in the day. Now it's gotten better. Where they have been placed by the culture, these women are still not given an opportunity to be independent. They are not given an opportunity, to bring the best out in them. They are very dependent on men. Their families are all dependent on them. I hope to change that bit by bit, woman by woman, by educating them, coming to show them that something as simple as the skill that they have is going to give them something small, even if it is going to be that one meal for their family at home, so that they don't have to entirely be dependent on the men or on the rest of their family. It's a lot of work, changing people's mindsets apart from the men, but I always say a step at a time, a day at a time, a woman at a time, and slowly when the rest of the women, some will accept, some won't, hopefully the ones who accept, the others will look and see, hey, I'm not coming here to change your culture, I'm just coming here to empower you, that this simple skill that to you is something simple is something that can change other people's lives elsewhere also out of Kenya.
E-commerce platform where people from out of Kenya, even in Kenya.
So this is the first group of many. We want to see how we can economically support and uplift these women, because most of them depend on their husbands, on the men in their lives. Even the men, what they have is still somewhat challenged by the environment. They are dependent on beekeeping, they are dependent on animal and goat rearing. And like in this weather right now, it's very hot, so I can imagine even the animals economically they are down. So I want to touch the woman who will in turn touch her family.
Na hii shanga imetusaidia sisi kama wamama wa Pokot, kwa sababu kwa nyumbani mifugo si ya wakina mama, ni ya kina baba. Sasa sisi kama wanawake tumesaidika kwa shanga. Tuseme for example ni shona shanga, niuze, nipate kitu yenye watoto wangu watakula jioni. Alafu hatutategemea mifugo sana, sababu wakati wa ukame mifugo zinakufa.
To be honest, it might take more than the 10-15 years for the women in particular. What I'm looking at is how they, once I support them now, they are going to in turn support their children. Once we make this woman financially able, she's going to buy the school uniform for her child. She's going to be able to pay school fees, put that meal on the table for her child. And in turn, this child will go to school, will receive some form of education, not informal, hopefully formal, as admits very many challenges, water, food, schools being far out, so slowly we've got a lot of work to do.
So like whatever I've worn now, they were prepared by women, the women group that we are currently dealing with. and some were prepared by the men, and these are just a few of what they can showcase. So we saw that if we give them this an opportunity to make and prepare this beadwork, and they can be sold somewhere, they can manage to benefit, and they can have something to own as a women or as a mother, and they can really support their families. So with this beadwork, I see they are going to change. And you see now that the backbone of our community is the women or young girls. So for those who have already been married, we may not be able to return them to school, but we can empower them through their skills, because they can know how to do the beadworks. Now when they sell the beadworks, they can generate some passive income for themselves. So this is untapped economic activities for the women in this region.
I still work as an airline pilot. Wanting to work with these women is more of a personal thing for me. It's more of something that I have in my heart. It's something that I've always wanted to do. And I think everything has just worked out for me to be in Tiaty at this time and place, in such a way that I am here and I'm beginning this journey of empowering women through Tiaty. Tiaty's Baringo County is just going to be the first of many. I hope to even work with women out of Kenya and out of Africa.